Hello Internet, this is Stravos11, and today we're going to be taking a look at the next few cards in the Blackrock Mountain expansion, specifically the Delving into the Blackrock Depths spoiler few cards thingy. Let's get to it. First off, we have Flinger. It's a 4 mana warrior minion. It has 2/5 stats and it reads, whenever this minion takes damage, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. Well, interesting. So obviously the stats are pretty bad. They're not horribly horrible, but they're pretty bad. I would argue that 2 attack is often a very bad stat to have. It doesn't do much. It dies to Kodo. It gets taken by the priest card. 4 to 6 really is where you want to be in general. The health is pretty good, and the health goes along with the effect, right? It's a 2/5. It's bad, but a 5 health means its effect is more likely to be triggered more than a few times. So the stat distribution is okay, right? It could have been worse. If this was a 5/2, it would have made no sense. The effect itself doesn't seem like it does much to me. Like, just damaging your enemy it's just not worth it. Now, I heard a lot of people talking about this card, and I heard a lot of people being super excited that it's gonna bring back or bring forward a completely new warrior archetype, that all those stupid cards that nobody was playing, like Commanding Shout, like Blood Rage, like Whirlwind in some cases, or Warsong Commander, they're all gonna come back, and this card will make that deck work, and it'll just be super aggressive and combo-y. And think about it, you can Flinger, and then you can Bouncing Blades, the Far Blast the face. Whoa, 7 mana, 2 cards if you have nothing else on the field. Okay, but you can play Warsong Commander, then play this, then play Whirlwind, then play Rampage and hit the face, and play Armor Smith and Shield Slam the face for 10, and yeah, No, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, guys, but I don't think this card will get played much at all. See, the thing is that I do believe that that combo warrior deck with Blood Rage, with like Commanding Shout and Pyro and the crazy combos, it can actually work. But the problem is it's not really consistent. There's always a few cards that need to be there, and you might think that, okay, but there weren't enough cards that do combo well with those things, so Flinger is one of them. It can be quite good, right? Well, Acolyte of Pain is good in Warrior and is played often in Warrior because Acolyte of Pain is a good card in general. It's a 1/3 that can draw you more cards, and it almost certainly draws you 1 card, right? But Acolyte of Pain combos well with the warrior cards, and you can just plop it down on turn 3. It's fine. It's okay. Can you plop this down on turn 4? Yeah, you can, but I don't think it's worth it. Or you'll do your crazy amazing combo, then your opponent will play an anti-heal bot. Done. You're done. That was it. So sadly, I'll give this card a 3 in constructed. I don't think I think it has potential. Like, that can happen. Crazy combos do happen once in a while. The problem is you sometimes forget about the other 10 times that you got completely destroyed because your combo was just either dealt with or you drew your cards poorly and you couldn't do anything the entire game. So that's the problem. As far as arena goes, yeah, I'll go even lower than that. I'll go 2. There's few cards in arena that are as bad as this card. I would say you cannot use combos like that in arena. They just don't work. As far as style points go, I love how this card looks, and it's a really cool effect. Like, in theory, this effect is really exciting, so I'm gonna give it a 9. I won't go too much than that, but it is an exciting card. Grim Patron. I covered this card before. You can see it in my first video discussing these cards from Blackrock Mountain. let's move on. Next up we have Lava Shock. It's a shaman spell, the first spell we have received from this thing, and it reads: deal 2 mana, unlock your overloaded mana crystals, and it costs 2 mana. Very interesting, huh? Now, I just want to clear something here. There's a lot of talk going around about this card, how it might be just broken, or it might be the best thing ever to happen to Shaman. There's a lot of people seem to be thinking that just because this mana exists, it just instantly makes all the bad overload cards suddenly amazing. No, it does not, okay? Shaman is my favorite class, and I play overload cards. Like, I like Unbound Elemental. I think it's one of the coolest cards in the game, honestly. I do not believe that Lava Shock is that good. It's a good card, okay? Don't get me wrong, it's a good card, but it does not make all the other cards better. Just instantly. Like, just the fact that it exists doesn't do that, right? Earth Elemental has a bunch of problems. It dies to BGH, right? That's one problem. That's a very big problem. It just dies to hard removal. Sometimes you might just play a Sludge Belcher instead of the Earth Elemental, right? Sometimes the Sludge Belcher actually absorbs more damage and it dies harder than the Earth Elemental. That's one thing. And of course, 3 Overload is really harsh, but you're not always going to draw this card. Sometimes you just have to deal with the 3 Overload anyway, even though you have 2 of these in your deck. You can't just rely on these combos that are like on turn 7 Earth Elemental and play this thing and kill a 2-drop or something. Well, you might, you might not have a 2-drop to kill. Okay, what do? You're just gonna Lava Shock face just because you can? Like, nice card usage, bro. Good thing you had that in your deck. Sometimes the 2 damage would just be kind of useless. The thing about good cards is that they're good on their own. Okay? Circle of Healing plus Auchenite and Priest is a very good combo because, well, it's a 4 mana Flame Strike. That's really good, and you're left with a creature on board, so it's an amazing combo. But Auchenite is a good card. You can just play Auchenite on turn 4 and it's good. Like, it's a good minion. It's just a good card. And Circle of Healing is really useful. It's a 0 mana spell that can do a lot of work, you know, with injured Blade Masters, but not only, just like big minions that have a lot of health. You can just heal them. It's good. It's awesome. You can also combo with Narshire Cleric. Yeah, there's a lot of things there. And you could say that, okay, but you can have a Shaman that has a lot of Overload cards and this card in it, and it'll make it just better. Yes, it will, but not that much better, because in general you have 2 overloaded mana, right? After you play your Lightning Storms, your Doggies, your Lightning Bolts, your Crackles, cards that are good on their own, right? That's why they're getting played. You're often overloaded for 2. It's either 1, 2, or 3. It's very rare that you're overloaded for more than 3, and I think it's pretty rare that you're overloaded for 3. But 2 is often encountered, and this thing costs 2 mana to cast. That means that you're essentially backstabbing something. I think this card is more like a backstab than anything else, really. It's not an innervate, it's a backstab. And backstab is a very good card, and in Shaman, backstab would be a good card, especially since you can backstab face in this regard. So yeah, it's good. So I would give it a 8 out of 10. And I would not go further than 8. I don't think this card is crazy. I don't think it will completely revolutionize the Shaman class, but yes, you will have turns that are just better because of this card. Sure. But there's also something else to this card. There's already a Shaman deck that has Malagos and Ancestral Recall in it, and it's very cool. And this card is another burn spell that allows you to play more burn spells. So, oh baby, burn. right? I think there might be a completely crazy shaman deck that just casts all their spells at your face and you just die, right? It's a very real possibility. I don't know just how good it will be, but I think it's possible that it's going to be kind of crazy. Maybe. I don't know, but we'll have to see. In Arena, this is a pretty good card. Thing is, in Arena you might not have overload cards, but 2 damage for 2 mana is not the worst thing. It's okay, but I would definitely say it's less than in Constructed. I would actually put this at a 6, right? It's okay. It's above average in general because it's removal and sometimes you just need removal. As far as style points go, ooh, how much? 10. Yep. Not quite 11. I was actually thinking of getting it a full 11 out of 11. I like the look of it. I like the card in general. I like the idea behind it, the possibilities. Yes, I am excited for this card, but again, don't get too crazy about it. Good cards will still be good. Bad cards will still be kind of bad, but maybe better in some situations, okay? Okay guys, thanks for watching if you made it this far. This were my opinions, and let's hope I'm right. Check me out on my Twitch and Twitter and stuff if you want to, and we'll see you next time.